Everybody, it's Chris from Moscow Marketing. We're here packing up after the Dusty Lizard Sawtooths, and we're talking about this bone stock 2026 CRF450RL dual sport. I rolled this off the showroom a couple weeks ago, packed it up, brought it out to the Sawtooths Dusty Lizard. Still has temp plates on it. We haven't touched it at all. It's showroom condition. Started it up the other day with 0 miles on it and took it out on a nice long dual sport ride to give it a test and see what the stock configuration can do. I went on a ride Friday with Moscow's founders Pete and Andrew. We thought we were gonna get out and scout a little bit of double track. We ended up on about 9 miles of single track, which was serendipitous. It was a great ride to really test the capabilities of this bike in tight conditions, technical riding, and some wide, fast gravel and 2-track. I have to admit, I have a little bit of Honda bias. The bike that I learned to ride on was a Honda Mini Trail 70. My first proper dirt bike was a CR250, and I've owned a couple of CRF450Xs. I've raced them in Baja, I've blown them up, I've rebuilt them, so I'm a bit of a Honda fanboy. I was really eager to check out a brand new 2026 CRF450RL and see what the evolution of the Showa suspended Unicam engine can do. So, what do we think of this thing? Starting with the motor. Like a lot of new dual sports, it's pretty corked up from the factory, but surprisingly, it's got great low-end grunt right off idle. The power band isn't crazy good in the middle and upper RPMs, but generally I didn't feel like I needed more power. If you're just dual sporting, riding 2-track and gravel roads and the occasional single track, you'll probably be fine with the stock motor. Fuel economy seems great. I didn't run any tests on it, but the computer told me we were getting over 45 miles a gallon. 6-speed transmission does well across all types of riding. I was in quite a bit of tighter single track and it did great. Top end gears did great as well. Feels like it has a low top speed, but it might just be because it's a corked up motor at high altitude. The Showa suspension is surprisingly great from the factory. I love Showa, it's predictable, it's consistent. It's not as great as the KYB SSS, but it's up there with some of my favorite suspension. I wasn't sure what to expect from the stock valving, but it did great in rougher single track and rocky sections. It didn't G out in big water bars or rollers, and generally it was good all around. I'm a big guy, I'm 225 pounds. It's sprung for a lighter rider, so I'm probably gonna need to upgrade the springs. Bike handles well. It turns a lot better than my old Gen 1 450X. Feels smaller and lighter than those Gen 1 bikes. I read that the dry weight on this thing is 291 pounds, but honestly, it rides like a much lighter bike. In tight single track and technical sections, I had no complaints. Fuel capacity is pretty weak at 2 gallons. I'd recommend a bigger tank for real dual sporting. Bike comes with some impressive trim pieces. I like the stock inclusion of a radiator fan. The case protectors are an interesting added detail. I've never put them on a bike, but it's cool to see them included from the factory. DID Dirt Star wheels are great. I love that they're included stock. The stock IRC tire isn't bad. It's not great either. I'd recommend getting something else for dual sporting. I was surprised to see a cable clutch on this thing, given that it's 2026 and everyone seems to be running hydraulic clutches now. I'd love to see a Brembo, like my buttery smooth Beta 250R Race Edition clutch. The front headlight seems good. I didn't run a night test, but it seems like a solid headlight. Looks great as well. So the bike rides well in a stock configuration, but it might not be for everyone. So who's this for? This is a great dual sport for people who want a bike with a fuel pump that accesses all the fuel in their tank. All right, I'm kidding about the fuel tank thing, but what you get with Honda is a much less innovative, much more reliable, very easy to work on bike. It's not gonna knock your socks off like some modern enduro bikes, like the Beta especially, but the parts are cheap, the workshop manuals are designed for people who like maintenance, and it's just a reliable, predictable bike. All right, that's it for this one. Keep your eyes peeled on our YouTube channel. We're gonna do an ultimate Baja-inspired dual sport build on this thing, so we'll be posting a lot more content about it. That's it, thanks for watching. Should we wait for that 2-stroke?